Welcome back, everybody, to Map 3 of the NACE Starleague Playoffs, St. Clair versus California State University. We're on to Map 3 now, Breeze, so this is all or nothing. Ascent and Haven went 1-1 for St. Clair and then SMU, respectively. Now we got Jackson with us. How are you feeling about Breeze?
Yeah, a little bit of a change on the mic here. Now John is going to be out of this one, and I'll be coming on the mic for the final map, and I'm very excited. You know, I was behind the scenes here for the first two maps, just kind of watching how things were playing out. And the Saints, very dominant in game one, but it's very interesting to see how they got punished there in the game number two. So now, resulting, game three, Breeze coming through here, and it is going to be in round three of playoffs. Top 32 teams right now in NACE Starleague competing for a top 16 spot here today to play in next weekend and with those final other 15 teams. So we'll see what happens in this one, but Breeze is a map that we don't see every day, and this agent select is getting a little bit interesting too. I'm not surprised to see like the Casper on the Chamber, or the Hybrid on the Sova, or the Blossom on the KO. Nothing's really surprising here. I think this is a pretty generic Saints comp.
Yeah, it's actually two Vipers, pretty standard fare for Breeze, all those wall lineups and the life orb stops and everything. We haven't seen a lot of St. Clair on Breeze, so this should be interesting. I'm not sure how much, if Breeze has played amongst a lot of teams, because it does get banned out of the map pool more than most of the other maps, so I'd be really curious to see what kind of strategy both teams have, because CSU looked like they had a pretty set game plan on attacking on Haven, so I'm really curious to see which team, if they have like a set game plan or if they're just kind of going to wing it on Breeze, because there's so many different things to worry about.
Yeah, and you would think with it being last map that you would think, and them, you know, actually the side of CSU LB coming through and winning it and losing so dominantly in map number one, you think that map number two would be their map pick. But no, yeah. their map pick was map 1 and 3. So if it correlates anything to map 1, Saints should be looking fairly good. They will be able to start on the defending side since the side of California State did pick this map. So it's looking very good for St. Clair in that regard. We will see things get underway here now, though, in just a few seconds on Breeze. Game number 3 all comes down to this, Joe, and literally everything is on the line here for this NACE Starleague season.
Yeah, it had to be Breeze, of course. There's only one way to end it. It had to be Breeze or it had to be Fractions. I don't think we've even seen Breeze played in like 2 to 3 weeks, if at all, the last like month. So there was only one way to finish the playoff best of 3. Game 3 on Breeze. Pistol underway. St. Clair will drop first blood. Blossom will get traded up by X. So a little bit of team fighting in mid, it would seem so far. A little bit of split push A in mid. CSU is going to walk around. They are going to try to rotate A. Casper is going to be holding that angle. We'll get Rec is going to get a couple tags. Casper will end up finding the kill on X, so the tags will go to fruition. CSU will end up getting the bomb down, so St. Clair are going to have to play retake on pistol.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3-on-3, though, and St. Clair does have some fairly solid health compared to the side of Cali State, where that's going to be a Viper and their Jet both being very tagged down, so a lot of this is going to rely on Mark, who does still have his armor intact, but there it is. Cross finding the first. Hybrid good for a trade. Rec going to find Hybrid. Now a 1v2 for the man, the myth, the legend, VCan. He's going to hop the bomb, gets shot down a little bit here. Now he'll keep his life. Rec's going to fire off some shots at him here, and he's going to have to hop it. He has to stick it. There's nothing that he can really do. He was trying to at least probably get a half, but then Rec was just there for the swing. VCan will go down, and the side of Cali State will find round number 1 here in map number 3.
Yeah, I already got tagged up on site. Mark was still full HP, just very dominant position for CSU. Very default plan spot for pistol, able to hold it. St. Clair got to figure out what they want to do here. CSU able to push onto site fairly easily. They did trade out a couple kills, so Breeze, again, this is a tough map because you can stack a couple on each site, but that mid area is so big, and that mid area between A and B is so long that rotations can take a little bit of time, and there's so many other things to worry about. So you just have to try to draw your attention, and you have to try to lock down the entrance of the site and like make people commit those second and third pushes.
That is exactly it. So the knife will actually detect out the Sova of St. Clair. So Hybrid's position has been revealed, but Rect will find Blossom trying to get a little bit too aggressive over towards the A bomb site. Is now going to put us into a 5-on-4. And St. Clair, how are you going to answer back to this? It is going to be a lot of site control given over to the side of Cali State. And another shorty play just in the corner where Wombat, they know he's there too. That's the worst part. Like, Exige knows he's just stuck in that corner, and he's just fighting for his life with a shorty over there.
It's like a game of chicken. Who's going to blink first? Wombat not blinking. We'll get eventually taken up by Rex. So they did have full intel the whole time. Wombat was just trying to buy a kill with the shorty, but unable to find anything. St. Clair is down a man. Low health on the side of Hybrid as well, so gonna have to try to figure out something here. CSU is stacked up pretty good on this side to defend. Great wall bang from Tang. Another one on VCan. Back-to-back shots with a Marshall, and now it's a 4v1. Headhunter won't go through. Tang will find 3 and 2-0 for CSU.
Yeah, Cali State will take quite the advantage here right now over St. Clair, just finding these initial rounds. However, St. Clair will have the option to get a full buy in this round, as they are on their bonus. Well, we do see the side of California State stuck down onto the Marshall, onto the Spectres, onto the Ghost, where it's not as strong as St. Clair's by, so I think this is where St. Clair really does have their best chance to kind of answer back and find a round for themselves.
Yeah, in the last 2 games we saw whoever ended up winning the first 3 or 4 rounds really showed they dominated the next part of the game. So if you're St. Clair or if you're CSU, you do not want to fall behind to either one of these teams, especially on a map where you might not have as much experience and you might be making a little more risky or overextending plays. So both sides going to have to try to take away with this bonus. St. Clair, like you said, huge gun advantage, so they're going to have to find a couple kills and try to win this round.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it. It is going to be VCan on the Viper, already tagged down for the side of St. Clair, so we'll see how he can answer back to that. They don't have any heals this time as well. That's interesting. No Skies, no Sages, nothing like that for the side of St. Clair, so you get tagged down, and that's kind of just it for you. But with that being said, it is going to be some more map control now getting gained for California State, as you do see them making their way up through mid of the map. Hybrid spotting one out, not going to get any sort of damage or the kill. He's going to be falling off that position for Mark, and it's now going to be a little bit of a stalemate here. CSULB has got to decide what they want to do.
Yeah, they do have 50 seconds to play, but they are a little bit of a slow push through mid, possibly. Maybe they try to swing over to B side, it looks like, especially with the Viper Util coming through. VCan will get it picked up and will get traded up by Recto, so 4v4. It looks like it will end up being a B push at CSU. Going to try to collapse St. Clair. Hybrid was ready for it, though. It will get traded out, so still able to get the trade out and keep this a 3v3. So even though CSU does get site control, St. Clair does have the numbers evened out now. They do have every chance to come back and win this.
30 seconds.
Yeah, everybody is already here for the rotations as well. The farthest one will be Chamber, and that is going to be a Casper on the Chamber there, just trying to come up through this top window and try to find an opening, maybe with this Tour de Force. And no, it's going to be the Vandal who's actually going to find Siege there. He's going to put this one to a 3-on-2. And you also have the Sova of Cali State, very, very weak as well. So this is looking good for St. Clair as they are looking to make their entries. Wrecked is going to be the problem here. How can you deal with it? That's exactly how. Blossom with the headshots. Mark will go down to Wombat's Vandal, and St. Clair will be on the board with their first round, just 3 rounds in.
Yeah, you did lose a couple guns, maybe 1 or 2 more than you would have liked, but if you're St. Clair, just way to play that smart, able to pick up the kills. Everyone contributing, teammates popping up for the defending side. They do win the bonus round, 2-1 for CSU now. St. Clair, great way to bounce back, and now they have to keep that momentum moving forward.
However, we do see the side of California State now. They will be able to get a rifle buy through, where last round they were up to the Spectres and the Marshals and whatnot. So this round it's going to be a little bit more difficult on St. Clair. The weaponry isn't as strong as the side of California State. 5 Vandals for California State. For the side of St. Clair, it's going to be a Vandal, 2 Vandals, 2 Guardians. No way. They don't do 3. You don't do 3 Guardians. What is this?
I think he'll do it.
Okay, so
Bulldog.
one of them switched over to a Bulldog for Blossom, but 2 Guardians is still more than I've seen at the same time, like, ever. So, Crust and Blossom going 1 for 1. It's going to be a 4-on-4 here now. St. Clair is trying to win this round out with a versatile setup, but it is going to be Mark getting tagged down. He will also deal some good damage into Casper.
Hybrid will get dropped by Rex. Phenomenal 1-tap through mid, so it's holding that long mid. Rex has been so strong these last 2 games. It looks like CSU going to try to rotate over to this B site. Couple Saints are near that A site in that catwalk area, so I assume it will be only VCan left on site for St. Clair. So if SMU commits like they have the last couple times, VCan might be in a world of hurt. The wall will go up. He will get scanned up by the dart as well. So Owl Drone is coming as well. He's got every direction to look, getting stacked on by CSU. Just able to flood the site. The rotation's not coming quick enough for St. Clair, and the bomb will go down momentarily, and then St. Clair will need a post plant.
Yeah, it's going to be St. Clair once again having to retake, this time in a 2-on-4. Will not be easy, but you do have Casper and Wombat. Wombat opens it up with the first, now just a 2v3. Last 3 players are all located on the bomb site here, actually. So if Wombat could get a pretty good angles here soon, if he can make his way around these boxes. But no, it's going to be Crust with a good lineup, leaving it all up to Casper here now in a 1-on-3. And I don't know. Like, yeah, play for an exit, try to save it. Like, basically just don't run in there with your Vandal. Just play it on the outskirts of the bomb site. Worst case, you have to save, but you're really looking for a couple exit frags.
Yeah, don't chase anything, but if something comes to you, you more than happily take that. So, right, this is the perfect place to play that. Back window, try to get them long. They are CSU. They are smart to that. They're going to rotate the other way, assuming that he'd be peeking that window because that's where he was before. So, going to walk away, keep all their guns. They're going to get the bomb off, take a 3-1 lead going into round 5.
Yeah, California State definitely looking a lot better in these past couple maps than they did in map 1. Now, I really have a question for you, Jobin. What happened in Game 1 to just turn around the scoreline for the side of California State? Like, it doesn't seem like a whole lot's changed. It's only been a couple hours ago where we saw Game number 1 get played. So now we see, after Game number 2 and this game, California State just immediately stepped it up.
Part of it, and I think what we saw yesterday, when Rex struggled in Game 1, and then when Jet gets hot, I don't know what it is about the character or what the picks are. When a Jet gets hot, they immediately just top frag the rest of the games. We saw Tang pop off last game, but Rex, I think, ended up top fragging or coming in second. Whatever whatever the thing is, the entry frags just started coming for CSU, and they were going in with numbers advantage over St. Clair. So I think they're just playing a more aggressive style. Shorty will work for VCAN, so more than happy to take the trade out there with the Shorty. Absolutely crazy play. Great shock dart there. Going to tag markup as well. So despite the gun difference, St. Clair going to get a little bit of damage here and make some noise against the side of CSU.
They can clean up Mark. That would be so big, because Mark is way in the backside of the map. He's isolated alone, so it means that they will be able to get a rifle off of his body if they can find the kill. Mark good for one. Wombat still here looking for the kill.
Ooh.
I think he has an intel that Wombat is above him in the window.
Yeah, I think
Hybrid's still looking for one. He's going to be creeping around, but Wombat has to make a play call here soon. It's going to be onto this rifler. Fires off a shot, realizes, hey, this might not be the best idea. And Crust will be there for the cleanup kill. The side of California State now up 4-1 over St. Clair, and they're going to have to find an answer here shortly, or else it could be a little concerning for halftime.
Yeah, that's a great idea until it's not, and then it's a really, really, really bad idea. Wombat, he had the one there. If you're going to get that isolated kill, you have to try to make a play on it, because guess what? As soon as your second player dies, 4 of them are turning eyes towards you, and he had nothing he could do there. Couldn't dash out of there. Couple guns coming through. I assume Casper will go toward a force. He will, so that's why the pistol is coming through. So it will be pretty close to a full buy for both sides. St. Clair, you really need to come away with this one, because look at the eco of CSU.
Yeah, it is strong. You need to come away with a couple rounds at this point, to be completely honest, to knock down that economy that you were just talking about from the side of California State. And it is now going to be Hybrid, just playing off this little bit of a side angle here on the opposite side of the Viper wall. We do have Wrecked in there, and he will go down to VCAN. Mark good for a trade, though. Will leave us into a 4-on-4. St. Clair still trying to apply this pressure and maybe not let this bomb plant go down, but Crust will be in the Viper pit, and it is going to be the ults coming through for the side of Cali State. But St. Clair also going to pop a couple. I think we do see a KO in Chamber ult.
Yeah, Tour de Force and the KO ult online Blossom is going to try to flash up there. Going to try to get some creative. The Viper pit, he will still get the kill, though, with a headshot. So just as if the Viper pit wasn't even there, Blossom able to find the kill. Hunter's Fury is coming online. Couple kills going for the side of CSU. Blossom will be able to find him back to the Viper pit again. The Hunter's Fury by Mark, catching him on the last shot. Great job, but to take out Blossom. Casper is going to try to fake it. Unable to land the shots. Mark picks up his third of the round, and CSU taking that one again.
Their post plants are phenomenal.
Yeah.
They are looking very, very strong in their post plants on Breeze here. And I think this is where we see a little bit of an uncomfortability or
unfamiliarity.
Yeah. With St. Clair for this match here. They're looking very uncomfortable on Breeze right now. Just when it comes to the retaking sites, when it comes to actually locking them down initially, and then they get constantly put back into a set where they're gonna have to pull out these pistols. Look at this. A couple marshals, an operator in there. Casper better not buy the operator. I think they need to all stay on the same economy wavelength, and Casper buying the operator is gonna force them a lot more money down and spend.
And Wombat is gonna pop the Bladestorm as well, so the decently heavy investment for St. Clair monetarily and utility-wise. Gonna land a few of the knives. We'll get the kill, so great start with the Bladestorm. Maybe get a tag there as well. We'll get a headshot wallbang, so Wombat maybe sticking out there a little bit too long and getting traded out with the Bladestorm. VCAN gonna get walked up on by Axe, did not clear the right corner, so now a 3v3 for CSU and St. Clair, but Hunter's Fury is online. I wouldn't suspect it would come out barring some kind of plant or diffuse situation. Hybrid does get spotted up by Axe, won't get picked up though. Hybrid will get suppressed. They do know he's in the corner, getting flooded by 2. He knows they're coming both sides. Misses the no-scope. X walks him down with a wall bang. CSU will once again plant and play post-plant with the rotations coming far too late for St. Clair.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Far too late. They are very, very far away, and one of them having the operator, one of them having a scout. I mean, what do you do? Because you're not trying to retake this site right now with that operator. I feel like if you're Casper right now, you're almost forced to save, just because you won't really have money if you don't. And Blossom, he's going to come in here, and he's going to try to make a play. And now that's a given. That makes complete sense. But Blossom's not really going to be able to do a crazy amount here with a scout in hand. So we'll see what happens. But California State up 5-1 and looking to take their 6th.
Yeah, maybe if St. Clair could find 1 or 2 rifles on the ground, I wouldn't have hated a push, even though you don't want to leave the op on the floor if you have the ability to save it. But I wouldn't have hated that kind of push, but both of them opting for your advice, probably the smart play. Try to save Blossom, however, will take a gun on his way out for good being. Unable to land the shot. Will land the second one on Crust, so taking out a couple of guns before he goes down to the bomb, so not too bad a way to end if you're St. Clair.
Well, and I don't know if you noticed that, but Blossom just ran right into the bomb because he makes more money if he dies.
Yep.
So he's just going to run right into that bomb there and just call it a day. got 2 kills, and I'm gone and out of here. So that is exactly kind of what Blossom was doing. It was a great idea. It does help out the economy a lot now. You do see an extra $1,000 on VCAN and on Blossom's person, and then on Casper and Wombat. They're both going to be at an extra 650 to 700 as well. So looking very good if you are from the side of St. Clair, but you are still down 5 rounds. You have your economy situation figured out a little bit for 1 round at least. Now you got to turn things around, find a couple rounds in a row, and break into this score line. Because now for you, best case scenario, it's a 6-6 half.
Yeah, this round is almost a must-win for this half because the eco of CSU is still very strong and they are full bought. If St. Clair loses this full buy, they're going to be down in the dumps for another round or 2 most likely. So this is a pretty crucial round for them to have. It's a little bit of a split push from both teams. Not going to commit to anything. Casper is going to be peeking with the op, trying to find something in mid. Mark sitting on the other side of that wall, just will turn his back to Casper. Unfortunate, right in the back of the cape. He will fall. Casper with first blood in St. Clair. Maybe that's what they need to start early.
Ooh.
The quick scope, the crosser was there, unable to pull the trigger. Tang will find one. Maybe he'll secure that operator as well. So this could turn pretty nasty for St. Clair, although VCAN and Wombat will say otherwise and fine. 3 will fall for CSU actually. So great job for St. Clair of shutting that down. And knowing where the spike is right now, I do not see CSU making a crazy play off this.
No, it's all up to Crust here now in a 1v4, so he's kind of looking to do what Blossom did last time around, just get a few kills, but now with a kill onto Blossom and not a whole lot of damage dealt, this is going to leave it into a 1v3 and a much more winnable round. However, VCAN will find the cleanup onto Crust, Viper v Viper, and that's going to be a second round for St. Clair. 4 rounds separating these 2 teams, and 4 rounds left in this half.
Yeah, and the operator was actually recovered by Wombat, so pretty good, very good job there of saving a lot of economy for the side of St. Clair, because Casper investing heavily into that operator a couple times, so really good job by Wombat. They were able to secure the round and pick up the most expensive gun on the floor, so full buys coming through for both teams once again. St. Clair knows they got to start stacking these rounds, because CSU's eco has been pretty healthy for a majority of the game, but if St. Clair can take these next 1 or 2 rounds, they can kind of shred it, and they might be able to go on a little run here.
Yeah, hey, we talk about all the time how much of a momentum game Valorant is, and just a few in a row can change it all. So we'll see what happens. Casper looking for one here now. He will actually be swung in a second, will fire off the shot, but TPing away after missing it out. So Blossom actually going to spot some intel out over towards this B site as well. So a couple of members of St. Clair are definitely starting to get a little bit more on intel, but the problem is that they got intel on A and on B, so they have no clue where CSULB is going anymore.
And they might stack up through mid. They are probably going to rotate through A. That mid push on Breeze is a very, very uncommon one, so not surprised to see the A rotate here. They are going to try to get a 5 swing, maybe try to have 1 or 2 hold flank. Yeah, they're going to send Chamber to hold the flank. Actually, multiple are still going to be hanging mid, so maybe just trying to draw the attention of St. Clair away from the A site to try to push, or maybe going to rotate again. This is the thing with Breeze. There's so many ways, like so many places to rotate and so many options. But they're gonna walk back through mid and maybe try to set up on B again. I can't imagine they would double rotate again, but see what they did? They drew 4 members of St. Clair to middle A, and now only 1 is left on B, and they're gonna be able to run on site and take control if they actually commit to this.
Yeah, it looks like they are actually going to be committing to it here as well, as lots of utility getting ready to come through, and the Viper will be here. VCAN is here to show some support here now, especially with the Viper wall falling. Some shots initially coming through for Blossom, but he does not need to go for that peak sometimes, and it's going to leave it all up to VCAN here now. VCAN will miss a couple of the shots there as the players did cross by, and we are still left now in a 5-on-4. Bomb plant will go down, and as St. Clair are going to need something, but there it is. Hybrid will find it. They have to get this plant reset up again. He's going to find another. They have time to plant it, but if they can kill the bomb planter, that is the round. There's the kill, and that will do it. Justice, your Saints will clean it up with help of Hybrids. Sova Alt is going to get a 3K, and St. Clair will now be just trailing by 3 rounds to California State University Long Beach here today. And St. Clair definitely starting to pick up some momentum as well.
Yeah, pretty dramatic way to turn a game to 6-3, but excellent job on the Hunter Street by Hybrid. Just stopping that plant with 0.2 seconds left maybe on it. If CSU gets that plant down, who knows what St. Clair is going to answer with, but just a great job. Deny the plant, and then they're all able to they knew there was 5 seconds. Everybody just swing on the bomb, and we'll take our chances, and it pays off. St. Clair keeps a couple guns online. They have a really strong buy here, so they should have the advantage, although the Blade Storm and the Tour de Force come online, so pretty even weaponry, all things considered now, so gonna have to see who blinks first and who's able to make the most of these utility.
And we'll have to see. Casper is actually playing a little bit of an interesting angle with this op. He's playing it more of like a close angle that's ready for the swing. And he really wants to get a swing TP pick. That's the thing. There it is. Now, will he TP off that position? It does look to be the case. Yeah, so I love Chamber when it comes to having the ability to do that. Same thing as Jet, right? But Chamber's just one step better at it.
So broken, dude. Just absolutely so broken. Great job. And shutting off the Blade Storm as well. So even though they didn't come through with a buy for the Jet, shutting off the Blade Storm early, now you've taken away 2 of their smokes as well and that huge ultimate. So St. Clair definitely probably has the advantage now going through this round. CSU once again they usually play a really patient game. Casper gonna find another, so the more patient they get, Casper just might go headhunting more and more, so he will get tagged up by the dart. Well found, almost a collateral, so 3 for Casper, setting up St. Clair perfectly to hold this A side, assuming they swing properly.
That's going to be the one proper swing coming through from Hybrid. A trade for Mark will be there. It's going to leave us now in a 3-on-1, but Mark is tagged down low, and the KO grenade will clean up Mark. St. Clair now 3 round wins in a row, and only 2 rounds separating these 2 teams.
Yeah, St. Clair doing a great job winning the last 3 rounds. Now we see the economies have flipped, not fully for Wombat as well, but the economies have flipped a pretty decent amount because we saw CSU with like 4 or 5 grand in the bank plus a full buy before. So now St. Clair starting to get that money creep back up there. Casper still has the operator in his hand. It did get recovered last round, so that's one huge thing. St. Clair is saving thousands and thousands of dollars every time by recovering that operator and keeping it in Casper's hands. He's been doing great getting those entry picks, so St. Clair just needs a little bit more of that, and they should be able to bring this to 6-6.
Yeah, Casper been getting very aggressive on the op, and just being on the chamber is just giving him the ability to do that. A lot of mid control coming through now for California State University in this round. And some swarm grenades going to be here as well. Sorry, KO grenades going to be here. But not a whole lot of anything action happening early on. Never mind, Tang will take down VCAN immediately now put into a 5-on-4.
Yeah, CSU, once again, they're actually going to do a full mid-push, so that, once again, they keep adding wrinkles to the offense that we haven't seen on every map. They fully commit to both sites, they play the patient game, and now they're playing a little bit of a split push mid and B, and I really like this idea, because the way the rotations on Breeze are, St. Clair won't be able to get over there for a little while, so if CSU were to commit this again, they do find another kill. If they were to commit one of these sites again, they'd probably be able to get control. Casper trying to lock down Mark in that corner with the up. He knows he shot the dart, but just going to keep holding that B site. A couple Saints are near A, rotating towards mid, so St. Clair is not really sure where CSU is going with this bomb yet, and CSU is probably going to be able to walk on A and get a free plant. Ooh.
Blossom good for 1 on B. He was trying to flank and get some of these rotation kills, but Tang will go down. It's going to put St. Clair in a 3-on-4 retake. Mark, if they can clean him up, that would be big to the success. Hybrid looking for it, but there it is. Crust will pop the ult. This is going to be the Viper Pit now initiated, and it's not going to make things any easier on St. Clair. Nice shock dart. I think that did actually make connection on their Sova ever so slightly, but there's still a lot of work to do for St. Clair here. Now they got to clear their way in. That is exactly the start you're looking for. 1 onto Hybrid. Now will they find X nice and close? Hybrid right on top of him! You're right on top of him!
Look down! Hybrid back to back. Blossom will end up finding the kill, so Hybrid standing off the crate for what seemed like hours, not getting spotted out. Casper will find a kill. There's also just a Viper Pit left, and Crust sitting in the pit as well with 30 HP, so gets flashed. Blossom finds his third. St. Clair does a great job of navigating the Viper Pit and winning that round.
Yeah, the defuse will come through with not a whole lot of time remaining here, to be completely honest. Yeah, 2 seconds left over on the clock. And St. Clair, going to take another. That's 4 in a row here now. Only 1 round separating these 2 teams. I said it's 6-1, or whatever the scoreline was.
Yeah,
that
6-1.
St. Clair best bet was a 6-6 half. It's looking like that's a very possible outcome here now very shortly.
Yeah, even if you were to drop this round, man, not being 11-1 or something out like ridiculous or being like 10-2, this is absolutely massive for St. Clair.
Very doable.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's back in reach. They can see it, they can reach it, they can touch it. They just have to put everything together. They're starting to maybe kind of figure out CSU, although CSU, they're having a lot of different strategy. They're going to a lot of different sites and kind of like separating St. Clair's team out, but St. Clair looks like they're starting to slowly hone in, and they're finally just winning these gunfights. They're just whiffing a couple shots earlier.
Yeah, that's the thing. CSU has been changing up their attacks so much that it makes their attacking rounds very, very strong. But the thing is that CSU is going to be about to head into the defense, where the defense on Breeze, at least, isn't as, clear cut.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more difficult sometimes here to actually make things work out. So we'll see what happens. That is going to be Hybrid good for a trade. Blossom good for 1 more. Lau left in a 3v3. Crust going to find one over near double doors. And now it's a 2v3. However, you do have the Viper weak. And that is going to be Blossom, though, getting shot out here from the Hunter's Fury. Will go down. And then it's all left up to Casper on the op. 1v3 retake. Going to pull out the Tour de Force here now, as it is the last round of the half anyhow. And just picks up a Vandal to try to clean up these kills. Will's fire off some shots, but overall, this is looking like a round going over to CSU.
Yeah, that's what I would assume. Casper did get suppressed out of the tour de force. Does take it back out. Won't matter. Bulldog in the back of the head. CSU with a very strong attacking half. St. Clair did pull it back together a lot toward the second half of that half there. So got to see what they have in store for CSU on the attacking side.
We'll have to see. But 2 rounds separating these two teams here right now. Here's the problem. Most people would say that Breeze is CT side or defending sided, and that's, that's just it. So
yeah.
St. Clair just came off their defending side, which is the main problem. Because now they're down a couple rounds, and they're heading on to the disfavored side, which is not going to make things too nice for the side of St. Clair.
Yeah, St. Clair definitely need to figure it out. They have to try to win this pistol. If you're St. Clair, you can come out and win this pistol round. If you can come out and win 2 out of the first 3 rounds, yeah, this game completely flips on its head. St. Clair knows it. CSU will know it. So they need to make sure they play together. I don't necessarily hate the split on pistol because you want to play for it, but I'd rather see like 4 Saints and 1 playing some kind of long flank and not risk them. Because CSU, the way they've been pushing, I would not want to have a numbers disadvantage on site if I'm St. Clair.
Oh, no way. You never want a numbers disadvantage at all, period. So it's going to be St. Clair on the attacking, looking to push out this B bomb site, but to be completely honest, look at all the defense over here for the side of California State University. It is looking very, very strong over here. Rect and Co are all just sitting on the back line. Actually going to go for a little bit of a peek here now before falling off. And Wombat, he's actually tagged down already, 55 health as well. So this is not the start you're really looking for, and you haven't really been able to get any sort of map control at all in the first minute of play.
Yeah, and this is the one, kind of different thing about Breeze. We don't really see too often, 5-man full rotations on pistol to try to plant on the other site. Just the way Breeze is set up, as you said, defensively, it's pretty, strong as long as you, stay and you don't overcommit to anything. So, St. Clair will make the rotation to B. They will get the plant down. A couple members of CSU are on site, so they will have to shortly address that and have to try to play this post plant. But they do have a full team available, so...
Nothing like a 5v5 retake here. It's going to get hectic, I can already tell, as everybody from the side of CSU is looking to make their way in through the front side of the bomb site. Actually, a flank ready to come through from the Sova, and that is going to be sniffed out for St. Clair. VCan good for 1. Crust is there for a trade. Wombat will find the 1 on the flank. Blossom good for 1 as well. All up to the chamber of CSU. It's going to be Tang on the Headhunter, down to 13 HP. Casper will get the cleanup now. 6-7 is the scoreline we're looking at.
Yeah, exactly what you wanted to see out of St. Clair. Doing it pretty cleanly. Only having a couple people die. Not that it mattered on pistol anyways, but... Ooh, Guardian is going to come through early for Casper, so now that he's feeling that he's been hitting those shots, we saw the 5-man headshot ace yesterday.
Literally just about to say.
I am all for it.
I saw him all over Twitter yesterday with that one, so definitely all for it here once again with the Guardian headshot machine. He's done it in scrims, too. This isn't just something that's a one-time thing. We'll literally be practicing, and he'll be like, yeah, let's work on my Guardian shot for a round or two, because it has its place in games.
I think it's underutilized. It's a one-tap headshot, and after the most recent buff where the first 2 shots are damn near perfect accuracy, I think the gun is super underused, honestly. So I think it's a great choice by Casper. If he's feeling it, we'll land a couple shots there. We'll find the early kill, so don't need the headshot. 2-shot kill with light armor or with no armor, able to drop mark.
Look how fast they're pushing him out with the pistols. It's going to be Casper going down. A Guardian sent over to CSU here now. But full control for St. Clair has been picked up over on this A bomb site in a 4-on-4 situation. It's looking like the retake is going to be looking to come in through mid here now in this one. And it is going to be hybrid. I don't know if he's going to be too aware of this, but that actually is going to be a knife coming through, and it will suppress him. So no utility able to get used from the Sova as of right now. That's a lineup with the Bulldog. Make it a 3rd, almost a 4th. It's a Bulldog galore on your feed. 3 for hybrid, 1 for VCan, and a round for St. Clair. 7s across the board after the first 14.
Yeah, line them up, knock them down. Double burst to get the kill. Just flick ADS, burst 1 more. St. Clair able to clear the site. They are fully back in this now. The eco is good. They have the guns. If they're able to shut down CSU's buy here, this could be very, very strong for St. Clair.
St. Clair's won 6 of the last 7 rounds here now in this game. They've won both of their offensive rounds so far. I think that, with us talking how much about momentum is involved in an esport like Valorant, it's really starting to look up for the Saints here right now, especially now with the tie game. You have a clean slate. You can basically just reset yourself mentally going into these gunfights.
Yeah, now you don't have to worry about trying to make up any crazy plays or trying to get back in the game. Now you can just play the game, cross through the Viper wall, will find the headshot. So not the start you're looking for if you're St. Clair and Blossom, but they still do have a little bit of site control. They will get the bomb down, so if they play this post plan half as strong as they played the last couple, they might be in business. X will get the kill on Casper, though, so going to look a little more dire for St. Clair here in a 5v3 as CSU starts to collapse.
Yeah, the Bulldog from VCAN could also be a problem here now, as it's not going to be his ideal rifle reads. Tang finding the first. VCAN going to get traded out there as Hybrid, Wombat, and VCAN all will fall. CSU will have a flawless round and a retake on the B bomb site, and this is going to put them back into the advantage here once again.
Yeah, that's like when you come down and you hit like a big jump shot, and then the other team goes down and gets an and one. They just come back, they get the flawless, they keep all their guns, and all the momentum you feel like you had can just kind of feel drained. So although St. Clair, they're still okay on money, they are going to be able to put together a decent buy, but for CSU to walk away with a flawless, that's the last thing you wanted if you were St. Clair.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the last things you want here for sure in these games. Because, yes, you do still have... This is the big thing for St. Clair, though. They do still have money for a buy. Yeah. Which is where they can come through with, 5 rifles. And they only have to sacrifice 1 piece of full armor. And that is going to be over to Casper here right now. So overall, looking fairly good for St. Clair. But the side of CSULB will be having a extremely full buy. Full armor, full utility, full riflery, and Blossom. Okay, we'll just pick off Wrecked right away. And then it's going to be St. Clair looking to put themselves right back into things.
Yeah, going to send 1 mid. Blossom is going to be mid to watch the flank. There are 2 or 3 maybe coming to get him, so might be an opportunity here. We'll find 1, so Blossom will find 2 in mid. Mark will find 1 as well, though, so St. Clair does have a 3v2 advantage. Casper will find another, actually, so St. Clair, now they will have full site control. Tang is playing in wood doors. They're trying to get a kill. Will find the headshot on VCAN, actually, so Hybrid will try to get the bomb down here. We'll get the plant. Casper will trade out. We'll find the kill on Tang, win the chamber duel, and St. Clair evens us up at 8s again.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like out of all of the games we've seen here in playoffs, we haven't really seen it overtime yet. And I feel like this could be it. Like, I have this gut feeling right now.
Game 3.
On Breeze, Game 3, to go into the top 16 here of NACE playoffs, this could be it. This could be where we see the extra innings come in, extra rounds get played out here, but we will see what happens. It's looking like lots of Vandals here on Breeze. It's a little bit more of a longer range gun, a longer range rifle. And now, if you look at the lobby, we see 9 out of 10 of the guns being Vandals, and then you will see the Tang probably pull out the op.
Yeah, huge difference from like a center Haven where everything is like short corner peaks or like 30 to 40 foot engagements top. So a lot of those spray and prays, but yeah, this is a lot of those quick one taps. That's why the Guardian, I think, is so valuable on Breeze. Like, it's probably the best map for the Guardian, maybe besides Fracture, but really strong pick as well. Wrecked is going to be in this short corner trying to get a quick pick with the Vandal. Hybrid is about to scan dart, it looks like. He will shoot the dart. Oh, somebody else will shoot the dart, actually, so he wants to give away a spot exactly. They do have an inkling that he is there, though. St. Clair going to slow push A. They might say screw it and rotate, it looks like. They knew a lot of presence was on the side of A for CSU, so going to rotate through mid and possibly try to get a swing on B here.
Yeah, it's looking like that's what we're seeing here right now for the side of St. Clair, trying to rotate things off a little bit more than less. And it's a lot of mid-control game, but no site control. Now, that's the real problem. You have this side of California State University locking down both of these bomb sites. They haven't really just given up mid to St. Clair. They don't care if they lose mid. It's all about the execution on the site, and it does look like this one is still going to be headed over towards A. Wombat could find a big one over towards mid. The timing turns back around. Jet Smoke goes down. Will make it out with his life, so he's just going to fall off there.
Yeah, very, very lucky that didn't get taken away. Hybrid and Wrecked will pick up a couple trades for each other. Recon Dart did scan the view, so Wrecked gonna have to try to hide on this backside. Will pop both smokes. Hybrid is trying to walk him down. Gonna wander into that Jet Smoke. X gonna peek VCAN from the bridge. Wrecked will find 2. Finds Hybrid and VCAN. X finds Wombat. A bunch of Saints dropping in a hurry, and now it's just Casper left with a 1v4 trying to figure out what he can do here. Will find 1. Unable to find 2. Wrecked gets a 4K, and it's 9-8 for CSU.
Surprised Wreck got so many kills there despite being scammed out and like the location being revealed. Do you think that'd be one of the players they focus out a little bit more in those gunfights? But it just wasn't the case. So St. Clair now once again back around. It's like a very constant pattern here now. It's going to be a round for St. Clair, round for CSU, round for St. Clair, round for CSU. So we'll see what happens.
I think we have literally seen back and forth in 6-6, like 6 different rounds back and forth. The team's winning, so.
But with that being said, it is going to be St. Clair still looking to piece together a buy in this round. A Bulldog, a Marshall, a Sheriff, a Vandal, and a Casual Pistol there. It's not going to be the strongest of buys, but it might be able to just do the trick. So we'll see here now. The drone will come out trying to gather some intel over towards this A bomb site. I think St. Clair should really try focusing B more. They have been successful over towards this B bomb site. I'm just not sure why they feel so uncomfortable with it.
Yeah, the only problem this round, maybe the Viper Pit was used pretty much immediately on B. So this round, maybe I can understand why they wouldn't want to push into that. The other rounds, definitely, though, they hadn't shown as much presence early. But now the Bladestorm is online for Wombat. So St. Clair is going to definitely try to take this A site. Snake Bites are going to go into the corner. We'll go off. Try to get the Marshall. Tang on that operator. Got to be careful. He will re-peek VCAN. Not going to win that with the Marshall more than likely. Now that's 5v4. Viper being offline for St. Clair also huge. They don't really have any utility to get back on site now. They just have a lot of duelists and a lot of gunpowder.
Yeah, you wish you had that Viper left under your belt for St. Clair here. Of course, you can see the Viper over on the other site. That's going to be B, just still
Chilling in the pit.
Yeah, posted up in the pit. It's going to be looking like that site will not maybe be an option here because of that, but it does look like St. Clair says, you know what, screw it. We're going to challenge this Viper pit. We're just going to put this bomb down. What does the Viper decide to do? Does the Viper just sit in the pit and wait for something? And it's actually going to be a swing out, and we'll find Wombat, a trade out for Casper on a mark, but the big problem right now is Crust.
Yes.
Xseed will find one as well. Blossom good for a trade, but there's Tang, and now just like this, it's all up to Blossom. The bomb is down. He's not even really too close.
Yeah, St. Clair, the defuse is going to come through. I assume it will be stuck. They're going to try to hold Blossom. He might be able to find the pick here. He's going to get spotted out. X knew he was there. Blossom goes down. CSU, once again, just shutting down both sides. Man, that Viper going offline early for St. Clair. Viper dying early on Breeze is honestly a round killer. Unless you win a bunch of Eagle fights, you just can't get onto site. There's no way without the other characters.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these jokes with like League of Legends and whatever, teams saying they lost the game in draft, but you're losing the game when you get the Viper picked off here now in this case. So it is going to be losing the VCAN utilities the big thing. It's not even that you need the 5th player, it's you need the 5th player's utility.
You need that wall and that life minimum.
That's the big thing here right now. So CSULB will be approached on double digits here now for the round count. St. Clair now trailing by 2 rounds rather than the 1. They're really looking to answer things back here now when they do have some rifles. Let's see what they can do. It is going to be a close game here. Tang, though, with an entry could be a problem, but we do see VCAN's pick getting activated and the bomb plant going down. VCAN will get shot out right away. Wombat will be good for the trade, but the Viper pit almost gets no use for St. Clair.
Yeah, once again, if the only person you wanted to keep alive at bare minimum was VCAN, because now the Viper pit, you got the plant off, fantastic. Now it's 4v3, and you have no Viper pit, and Tang is still scary time on this operator. St. Clair cannot peek. Wombat is getting recon darted out, so it's Blossom will actually find the kill on Rex, so St. Clair maybe trying to keep something together here. CSU Casper with a great flank. Will shut into KO. Shuts off Mark as well, and St. Clair will clean it up. It was looking real bad there for a second.
Casper not in that position. They don't win that round.
Yeah, no chance.
Am I completely honest here in this one? Casper really was in a huge position because they didn't know where that position was. They didn't know where the chamber was located. That was the biggest problem with CSU trying to re-break into that site there. And Casper was playing it so far back. His biggest gamble was just hoping that nobody would come up through mid.
Yep.
And I mean, it's obviously a very strange idea if someone does come up through mid, so it does work out there for Casper to actually be sitting there cutting off the rotations and just playing a very nice long haul lineup. It's going to be now 9-10 as we do actually see the economy of St. Clair on the rise, where the economy of California State on the fall.
Yeah, Bladestorm is going to come online for CSU, so going to try to make something happen possibly. St. Clair going to jockey a little bit mid-A. Tang will get that entry frag once again on Blossom, so way too many first bloods for Tang the last 2 matches. St. Clair going to have to figure out a way to either get around that or find a way to not have to push through him, because starting every round 5v4 is just not going to do it if you're St. Clair, although they are going to try to get A site control. A couple of trades will go through. Casper once again positions perfectly to find 2 with the headshot, so St. Clair will actually be able to get the bomb down. Casper going to try to hold that angle on wood doors. Going to have to watch back through mid as well, but 3v3 and St. Clair not in a terrible position. Hunter's Fury is online as well, so not too bad if you're St. Clair.
Casper has a lot of weight on his shoulders up here to find at least just 1 kill, and there it is. So now it's a little bit easier for his other teammates who just got to take down the Jet and the Viper. Rekt and Crust are both coming over here, and Rekt and Crust have both been standout players, so you cannot cut them any slack. Crust will find the first one onto VCAN. It's all up to Hybrid and Casper, but these smokes diffuse, it might just do it justice, but never mind. The Hunter's Fury going to come through, forces them off of the site. Hunter's Fury still going to be used, trying to delay it as long as they can. Hybrid will find the shots initially, and there's the cleanup for Hybrid through the Viper smoke. St. Clair will find their 10th, and we're tied at 10s after the first 20.
California State made that real tricky. They were able to fake the defuse, get off the Hunter's Fury, make Hybrid actually put away the Hunter's Fury and put the Vandal in his hands and go to work, and thankfully he was able to do so, picks up 2 and saves the round for St. Clair. Now, the economy, St. Clair gonna have a full buy, maybe see a couple guns come through for CSU, but St. Clair, as we said, even when they look down, they get right back in it with 1 or 2 huge rounds.
Here's the big difference maker. The fact that the side of CSULB, so they cannot actually get a good buy here. It's going to be Sheriffs, Stingers, Ghosts, everything like that. So if you do see their rifles, it is going to be 1 for VCAN early. Yes, Mark will get a trade, but St. Clair, you got to watch out. You got to make sure you're not giving away, a little bit of free kills. That's a few now. Chamber will be very low. We'll get a little bit of health back to his name, but it's going to be a 4v2, and there's the cleanup onto the Chamber. Rekt will find 1 onto Casper. VCAN will take him down, and this is going to be St. Clair taking their first lead in quite some time.
I think it might be the first lead, unless they won the first pistol. I think it's their first lead of the game, actually.
This is their first lead of this.
Yeah.
I think this is also their first lead since the first game.
Yeah, because they were down 6-1 to start, came back, made it 7-5 going into the halftime, and now, 11-10, finally able to be back in the driver's seat, and only lost 2 guns that time. So while you would have liked to have, obviously, every round if you want a flawless, but to only lose 2 rifles in a committed buy like that is so huge for St. Clair, because the economy is by no means trashed, and they have a lot of utility still online to play with. Tour de Force is going to go online for CSU, though, so keep an eye out for Tang and find him, and do not risk it. Hybrid, get out of there.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. Hybrid he's playing with his life over there up in the halls. But with that being said, St. Clair and the side of CSU right now, both teams are probably like losing it mentally because it is so nerve-wracking right now. You're playing for a top 16 spot. This is NACE Starleague playoffs. It's kind of a big deal. So it's going to be St. Clair and the side of California State University, probably both a lot of pressure on their shoulders right now because you only have like 3-4 rounds to determine if you're going to be playing next weekend or not.
Oh, Casper did actually get the shot. He knew where the rendezvous was, so played that extremely well, unable to get the kill. X will find the kill on Vken, so St. Clair could have gone from a 5v4 to now a 5v4 the other way. Tour de Force shot will go online, so they still have to keep in mind Tang does have the Tour de Force online, so B actually completely empty, so if St. Clair just wants to commit, obviously they haven't cleared it completely, but they should be able to get bombed down freely on B. Wrecked will take out Casper, trying to go A and make some noise, but now it's a 5v3. I don't necessarily love that Casper did that. It could have been a 5v4, but St. Clair will at least take the spike plan, and now they have to hold off this swarm of CSU.
Yeah, look at Wombat, though. He wants to play it close, and it'll pay off. He finds one, knows another one to the left, but Crust will get the kill. 1v4. Ooh, this is looking a little bit difficult here for Blossom. If he can find the first player being X, he will do it. He makes it a lot more doable. Still a very hard task, but makes it a lot more doable now from 1v4 to a 1v3. He's going to find another. He actually finds 2. He lined them up. He has a swarm grenade on the bomb. It's a defuse. He's forced off it. Crust cannot defuse this right now.
Oh my.
There's some more utility coming down. Blossom is close. This is already halved. There's the flash. Crust has hopped off it. More flashes. There's the kill for Blossom. 1v4 clutch will put St. Clair on match point in this game. I cannot emphasize how big of a clutch that was from Blossom.
It doesn't get bigger than that. Blossom in the time of need at the 11th hour, bringing St. Clair back. Now they have a 12-10 lead. Tour de Force, KO ult, Bladestorm online. They have heavy investment if they decide the economy just good enough to put together a buy. St. Clair, Blossom keeping them in the driver's seat, and now they can taste the victory. They can go out here and they can snatch it from the hands of CSU if they win one more round.
Yeah. You look like you're sweating over there, Joe, but you all right? You all right? No, it is going to be a 12-10 game. Saints on match point, and it's looking to move on to the final top 16. We'll see what they can do. It's looking like an aggressive rush over towards the B bomb site, and it's actually going to be fairly given up to them. 1-for-1 in mid will be Tang going down. Crust good for a trade. It's going to be a 44 once again without Casper, and Vken does have a pit ult.
Yes.
It's going to be very big. We do see the Jet and Viper ult from the side, or sorry, Sova and Viper ult from the side of CSU. So Hunter's Fury could be a little bit of a problem. Maybe if he starts just firing through some loose cannons. But we'll see here. It's going to be the side of California State looking to retake.
Yeah, St. Clair just got to play in that pit. You have to play safe and play the time. The recon dart is going to come through. Bladestorm is going to get popped for St. Clair. Wombat unable to find any. Hybrid will find the kill on X, though. Will get traded by Wreck. Crush will find one as well. So St. Clair, numbers disadvantage, but the pit is still up. The pit will actually fall. Crush finds a third. Just Blossom left alive. We saw what he did last round. Able to find one. The bomb will get stuck on the defuse, though. The defuse will come through. Blossom, just not enough time to get around there and swing. And 12-11, and can we take any more of this?
I don't even know, man. All I'm saying is Blossom did it once. He doesn't need to do it again. It's fine. He did it the one time. It would have been nice to see them close out that game right then and there, but Blossom in a 1v3 was just a little bit too much this time. It's now going to put us into a situation where we're into round number 24. If the Saints win this, they will be moving on to round 4 playoffs in the top 16. If the side of California State wins this round, we will be seeing an overtime play to determine who will be headed into the next round of playoffs. It all comes down to this here, Jobin.
There was only one way for Breeze to play out that state. We saw the same Viper pit from earlier. Cross going to play with actually a shorty in the pit as well, so going to try to shut off that B push. Does actually get tagged up pretty good from Wombat there, so definitely didn't want to get that with investing all that utility and losing HP, so going to use the pit really early on B. St. Clair looks like they might actually honestly, I would be surprised if they pushed into the pit through B, but at this point, I wouldn't be surprised about anything. Casper is getting up deep into enemy lines, trying to walk up and find something possibly. Is going to jockey Mark. Will get the turn on X and kill him. Blossom finds one as well. Casper unable to find another, but lots of low HP for CSU, so St. Clair definitely in the driver's seat for this one. As long as they're able to get this bomb down, they have a very strong chance to play post plan.
Viper and Sova are very weak right now for the side of California State. They're going to have to make these massive plays. The Guardian, especially from Mark. We'll see what happens. Crust will find the first. We're now put into a 3v3. Health is the only thing separating these two teams. A bomb plate comes through for VCAN. They're looking for the kills. They see the Hunters, or sorry, the Sova is up there towards these stairs. Tang is going to be flashed off here. Mark is going to have to swing out here soon. Will swing out. Wombat with that kill. Wombat looking for Tang. Is just going to smoke it off. Is behind and make his way out of there. Look at the flank from the Viper, though. This could be a problem. Tang will find the first onto VCAN. Now a 2v2. It all comes down to this here, folks. Tang is going to be shot out, but will find Blossom. It's all left up to Wombat. Finds the first. He knows where the last one is coming from.
He's got time.
Crust is weak. Bombs down. The smoke gonna get popped. The swing. Crust is at 1. He was gonna look to hop the bomb. Still alive is Wombat. Your Saints are going to the next round of playoffs. A 13-11 win over California State University here on Breeze. Welcome to the top 16, St. Clair.
It does not get better than that for your sweet 16th birthday. St. Clair with the clutch plays of the century those last couple rounds. And they are moving on in the NACE Starleague playoffs. They topple CSU 2-1 with the most dramatic Breeze I've ever seen.
I'm sweating. Like, I'm losing it out here. It's not even because the weather's hot outside. It's because of the block. Okay. I am about to go give I'm locked in the residence after this. Gonna give Blossom a nice formal handshake. It's just after that nice 1v4 win. But that's gonna be the scoreboard up here. Now you can see Crust. I really want to give credit to Crust, Tang, Rect, XGage, and Mark, because they all came and brought their A game.
Yeah.
Played a phenomenal game today and really gave us some entertainment here in this afternoon.
That was the best Valorant I think we've seen, and we've seen some good. That was the most competitive series we've seen in weeks.
Yeah, so Crust gonna come here, 25 kills. There's 4 people in this lobby with 20 plus kills, 2 from each team. Just made it such a great game here today. And your Saints now going into the final 16. The next matchup will be played, I believe it is next Saturday at 3 p.m. So 6 days from now at 3 p.m. Eastern, I do believe is when the next one is. We'll get more confirmation for you guys on that on our social medias throughout the week. But they have made to the top 16 here now. Not a lot of schools can say that here in NACE Starleague.
Especially considering it was a short season. We saw a couple forfeits for both sides. We really didn't know how St. Clair was going to look even after the forfeits. And then we get to Breeze, not sure how they're going to look. And boy, they struggled. Remember, they were down 6-1 at one point in that game. That game could have got out of hand within the first half, and they brought that back. They did not get chalked. They came back. Man, that Blossom 4K will live forever.
Yeah, it's gonna be like one of those school myths. It's gonna hang around St. Clair. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, no, he didn't force that."
About that?
Did you hear about that? The news? Put it on the newspaper. But with that being said, that is gonna be wrapping us up here for today. Some phenomenal Valorant action. I cannot emphasize it enough. But with that being said, we got a few things to talk about before we actually do head out of here for the evening. First things first, let's talk about Crunchyroll. Thank you to Crunchyroll for sponsoring us. Crunchyroll is an anime and manga streaming service, and we are happy to have them on board with us with a massive library of new shows as well as classics. Crunchyroll will have you entertained for hours. You can try out Crunchyroll for free, or with our 14-day free trial, we'll go to if you go to crunchyroll.com/saints, you guys can get your 14-day premium trial. So very, very nice. I know there's lots of new stuff coming out, so make sure you guys go check out crunchyroll.com.
Yeah, beginning of April, huge month for anime. Gotta thank all of our other sponsors as well. Tim Horton, Subway, the St. Clair SRC, the Zekelman School of Business, the St. Clair College Alumni Association. Thank you all so much. We appreciate you very, very much.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for that one. And we want to talk a little bit about a giveaway. We want to give back to you viewers here. And it is going to be a winner being drawn March 31st for a $50 Steam gift card. All you guys got to do is follow our Twitter and our TikTok, tag one friend, and then like and retweet this post. That will be the pinned tweet on our Twitter. Or if you do ! giveaway in chat here right now, it should be able to come up here for you guys as well. And that is going to be very interesting. Get yourself some free stuff on Steam there with that $50 gift card. Winner drawn at the end of the month. So get your entries in while you still can.
Yeah, just a couple weeks left, so make sure you hurry.
Yeah, a couple weeks left. You got us. So how about we talk about some of our nice merch here now, Joe?
Of course, yeah.
Personally, I got John's jacket on today. Fits pretty snug. Fits pretty...
Yeah, you want to look great. I'm wearing the jersey. We always got the fresh Saints merch on. Acquire.ca /Saints. Jackets, t-shirts, hoodies, sweaters, flags, masks, hats. you want Saints merch, we have it there. Acquire.ca/Saints. It's like wearing a hug. So go get some.
Very comfy, very affordable. So make sure you guys go get that acquire.ca/Saints. And with that being said, something that we're very excited to talk about is going to be Saints Academy. I'm sure some of you have probably already heard, but if you haven't, there's a lot to hear about. It is going to be our newest program that is, we're offering 50 new scholarship positions where all esports are supported, whether it be Halo, CS, iRacing, or even any of the varsity titles that you currently see that are looking for a little bit more of an academy roster. Any title, make sure you drop your application in at stclairsaints.ca/join. All players are welcome to apply regardless of the rank. So get yourself involved, go see the academy and maybe get yourself a scholarship, play some competitive esports in a collegiate level. It is a lot of fun and it's a great experience that you guys will all not regret.
Yeah, so, a lot of stuff cooking. Last thing I gotta say is I love Valorant.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun, man. I had a blast here for not even just this one. Round 1 of playoffs also so great. Yeah. Wish we were able to get a game for round 2 rather than the forfeit win. But all is well. We're here now headed into round number 4, and we're gonna get another game there next weekend. So make sure you guys stay updated on Saints Gaming CA, all of our social medias for any updates regarding Saints Valorant and other esports titles. With that being said, we are gonna be wrapping things up here for today. Any final words here, Jobin?
Good work, boys. Blossom 4K. Sweet 16, baby. It's March Madness in esports, too.
Let's go. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll catch you all on the next one. My name's Jackson the Pride Brown, joined alongside Daniel Jobin.
Has this ever happened to you? You tune in to watch Saints Gaming compete at your favorite title, but you end up missing it. Scrolling through Twitter to find results is just such a chore, and it looks like there's no easy way to find out everything you've missed. Luckily, there's a solution. Hi, Millie Bays here, and I'd like to introduce you to St. Clair's Bird's Eye View, the #1 show to keep up with everything about Saints Gaming. Get weekly recaps, see great highlights, hear exclusive interviews with players and staff, and so much more. That's Bird's Eye View, available in podcast or video form at a website near you.